And it looks like we are live. It's your boy D knows about. Damn. It's your boy D knows about. This is a special live stream, impromptu, random. But I just wanted to look at some boys high school basketball deep dive because I know McDonald's All American games just happened. I know Guy, not it used to be Geico Nationals, but now it's Chipotle Nationals is underway. I think the championship game is set, so I'm just gonna be doing some deep dive into that. There goes the Chipotle Nationals. So I guess in the championship game we got Dynamic Prep against Columbus. Dynamic Prep, that's in Dallas, where I'm from. I think they coached by Jermaine O'Neal, so that's interesting. Columbus, that's the Boozer twins. That's Jackson Richardson, and I think Caleb Gaskins. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing some looking into that. I did also want to look at boys high school basketball recruiting. What the hell? Let me just. I do need to check chat though. I do need to check chat. Let me see. I'm gonna check the chat before we get into it. Hmm. So we got AJ. Let me make sure. I damn near forgot I had to go to this, bro. There we go. Let me check chat. Yo, check chat real quick. Okay, let me make sure to bring my chat up. Mm. Let me see. Because I do have to check, bring the chat up. That's just real quick. Mm. So yeah, goes chat. Chat is up. Now let's get into it. So we had AJ the Bouncer. We got Darren Peterson, Cameron Boozer, Nate Ament. Now, AJ the Bouncer, I do think he has the most upside in his draft. Well, in his class. I'm going to say class. I ain't going to say draft. We even got through 24. But you got Darren Peterson, Cameron Boozer, Nate Ament. That's my big four. Those four are extreme. Just look at the heights. Nate Ament, 6'9". Cameron Boozer, 6'9", 246. Darren Peterson, 6'6", but he got long arms. He look like he got like a 6'10", 6'11" wingspan. But I ain't gonna start. Let's start with the McDonald's All-American. McDonald's All-American. I don't think I've seen a scrimmage. I wonder if they will flag me. I wonder if they flag me if I watch the All-American game. I know Slam probably would. I guess we just watched the actual Sports Center.
Looking to add a McDonald's All-American win to that.
It was 26 years ago. Carlos put up 22 and 11 in a win in the McDonald's game. This game starts with a dunk by Dibonsa.
And a former pro and college player.
Cameron's twin brother Caden will come off the bench for the East. Starting lineup here, Acuff's the #1 point guard in the class, and Nate Ament, point guard in the class, behind Acuff. Peterson, electric, #2 player, headed to Kansas. And there is Brown all the way to the cup.
Immediate success.
Snacks the top big in the class. Of course, a modern big, so skilled, and he hits over right by the 7-footer. And Cam Boozer comes up short. Dibonsa's pass intercepted by Mullins. The no look to Ament. Boozer with a bump. And he picks up the trash.
I tell you what, I got to give Michael Brown a lot of props on
not paid attention. Let me go back
to that.
It was 26 years ago. Carlos put up 22 and 11 in a win in the McDonald's game. This game starts with a dunk by Dibonsa.
And a former pro and college player.
Cameron's twin brother Caden will come off the bench for the East. Starting lineup here, Acuff's the #1 point guard in the class, and Nate Ament, point guard in the class, behind Acuff. Peterson, electric, #2 player, headed to Kansas. And there is Brown all the way to the cup.
Immediate success.
Snacks the top big in the class. Of course, a modern big, so skilled, and he hits over right by the 7-footer. And Cam Boozer comes up short. Dibonsa's pass intercepted by Mullins. The no look to Ament. Boozer with a bump. And he picks up the trash.
I tell you what, I got it.
Was 20.
Looking to add a McDonald's All-American win to that.
It was 26 years ago. Carlos put up 22 and 11 in a win in the McDonald's game. This game starts with a dunk by Dibonsa.
And a former pro and college player.
Cameron's twin brother Caden will come off the bench for the East. Starting lineup here, Acuff's the #1 point guard in the class.
Nate Ament, he going to Louisville, 6'9". Did y'all see that move, bro? He looks like Zachary Ricochet. Nate Ament look like Zachary Ricochet with a little bit more wiggle.
Former pro and college player.
Creation.
Cameron's twin brother Caden will come off the bench for the East. Starting lineup here, Acuff's the #1 point guard in the class, and Nate Ament, point guard in the class, behind Acuff. Peterson, electric, #2 player, headed to Kansas. And there is Brown all the way to the cup.
Immediate success.
Snacks the top big in the class. Of course, a modern big, so skilled, and he hits over right by the 7-footer. And Cam Boozer comes up short. Dibonsa's pass intercepted by Mullins. The no look to Ament. Boozer with a bump. And he picks up the trash.
I tell you what,
Cameron Boozer really,
Brown a lot of props.
he really my favorite player in this class. He just does everything right.
And these three elite guys, Darius Acuff has something to say about the best word.
Sanak already with 3 personal fouls, by the way. Peterson, the follow slam. Sanak already with 3 personal fouls, by the way. Peterson, the follow slam.
That boy athletic, long-armed, and can shoot.
What a beautiful off-ball cut by Malik Thomas. That's what makes him special. He can play with the ball in his hands, or he can play without.
Laser pass from Caden Boozer, and the 3-ball goes down for Trey McKinney. Trey McKinney. The back tap, Sean Abaye for 3. Give it to him.
And just like that, back-to-back threes. Can be a primary ball handler. You've got 2 on the floor with Harrelson and, of course, Caden Boozer, who attacks the rim.
Okay, baby Caden.
Now he can score.
So out there like a little Brogdon.
Off the mark, Nico Bundalo hammers it home. Get it to Washington.
As athletic as you will find in a big man at 6'11".
Abaye, smooth stroke from the lefty. His second 3. Top 10 player in the class going to Arkansas. Thomas hits. That's a triple.
That was over Malachi Moreno.
One of those elite scorers that you have in this game, going to be a dynamic backcourt, which when you think about he and Acuff together, but to reclass up, he would be in this McDonald's game had he not.
Jimenez, swatted by Moreno at the horn. In Brooklyn. East up by 3. Darius Acuff missed the floater. Peterson ahead of the pack for the slam.
And the nice hit ahead by Michael Brown, and stunting like his daddy used to. That's a Carlos Boozer type move.
Now deep Bunsen.
Nobody finishes better inside the.
AJ's so smooth the way he get in and out. You know what I'm saying? When he's going through traffic, like his in and out is so smooth. For 6'9", he legit moves like T-Mac.
Then DeBonsa.
Yeah.
Oh, DeBonsa met by Riva at the rim. Yesufu takes it away. Clear the runway for Tunde Yesufu.
Hey, Yesufu kept getting a lot of steals. He looked like a baby Ant Edwards.
Wilson doing the job defensively.
Brown to Peterson for 3. Yes, sir.
He scores so.
Yesufu, but it goes in eventually. Off the make. DeBonsa soaring to the top floor.
His education, and is going to go into finance because he realizes he's going to make a lot of money, Ted, playing this game.
He's going to make a lot of money next year at BYU, and so is Tunde Yesufu.
He's gone.
Yesufu off balance, and the tip in by Nico Bundalo.
Russell Westbrook, team, why not?
Yesufu the steal, the hit ahead, 2 threes. Who buries it?
Bro, I like Braden Burris. Braden Burris is one of my favorite players in this class too. He was playing with Bryce
And Yesufu steps in
James.
front. Yesufu, tomahawk.
Nah, Yesufu look like he's crazy. I heard him say his favorite player was Ant. He looked like Ant, his favorite player.
For Tunde.
Tunde Yesufu was the last player off the bench. Playing with a guy he's got intuition with. I mean, throw it to your brother every time.
Praise the acrobatic finish.
Nice find from Malik Thomas, who can be a playmaker.
By the way, the East has won 4 straight games. I don't know if anyone's paying attention to that. Zay Harwell, pay attention to him. It's a 3-ball. Harwell couldn't hit. Amen. On the offensive glass, tip in by Cameron Boozer.
And he'll make that 20 pounds from now, Nate.
And another crack at it for the West. Sanak for 3.
Bro, this a long ass class, a long arm, tall class.
Talking about every rebound
Defense by Kelvin Sampson first.
Harwell sprays it to Acuff. And he drills the 3.
I tell you what, Zay Harwell has been a great addition to the starting unit of the East team in this second half.
Cam Boozer. Harwell soaring over everybody for the follow.
Wait about 16 months to get back on the court, and he looks terrific.
And he said Houston consistently recruited him throughout. They wanted him no matter what. Oh, Cameron Boozer wrecking the rim.
But how about the play by
Isaiah Harwell done got so much better.
A cup to find Harwell. Not going to be a lot of opportunity for the Boozers.
Swing it. Harwell, his third triple. He's got all 11 of his points in the quarter. He's tied it up. DeBonsa hangs and banks.
There's so many great passers in the game now, so this is what these young players watch, and they want to play like the best players in the game that are playmakers. That's the most important position in the game now.
Just led Great Crossing High School in Kentucky to its first state championship Saturday night at Rupp Arena. The last player to arrive. Oh, Jimenez in transition. Flip it in plus the foul. Harrelson missed the three. Offensive rebound, Adams. Moreno back on the block.
This really was a comp game, bro. I just wish Cole or Pete played for sure.
With Elijah Reed.
Look at Yesufu trying to gather it, and the follow by Bundalo. The West back in front.
Off a pick and roll behind the three-point line.
Arenas headed to USC. Give it to him.
And in the junior class, he went to the senior class and stayed inside the top 20. That's hard to do.
Nico Bundalo, next level.
How about a game of runs? We watched.
Final 40 seconds of the third. Bundalo got it back, and no, Yesufu didn't cut. It's a steal. And a slam for Jalen Harrelson.
Against other great players, you always want to compete as a competitor, and being able to see my brother shine and being able to shine together.
Isaiah Harwell done got so much better, bro.
Win here for the East. Go.
Thank you.
Well, say Harwell just knocked another one down. He's got all 13 of his points in the second half. Count that. And the
Oh, this Michael Brown.
Michael Brown Jr. Taken away. Darren
Oh.
Peterson to the rack.
Bro, Darren Peterson is so cold, bro. I think he's probably going to be the next great shooting guard after Anthony Edwards.
The defense by Caleb Wilson.
He definitely the best shooting guard prospect since Anthony Edwards, for sure.
Instead, Mullins on the drive. Over DeBonsa, and he finishes.
What a sweet-looking move.
Abayev on the drive against Sanak. Wilson the steal. Ahead to Darren Peterson, who is a
Ooh. Nah, hold on.
and he finishes.
Hold on.
Sweet-looking move.
Abayev on the drive against Sanak. Wilson the steal. Ahead to Darren Peterson, who is a
Bro, that's crazy for a shooting guard, bro.
floor. Malik Thomas has joined him along with Arenas and Sanak. Oh, Darren Peterson flying again.
Is that 3 or 4 dunks already in this fourth quarter for Peterson? It seems like
Adams lets it fly. And Harrelson wasn't pretty, but he followed.
And that's what he does. He'll play make. It's going to help Notre Dame a lot next season as a freshman.
Bullseye, Elijah Arenas.
That's one thing I noticed about Elijah Arenas, bro. He's the ultimate heat check guy. He does not look to pass, but he can score with the best of them, and he look like he has long arms. He definitely go be a lottery pick.
was already walking away from that one before it went in. He knew his dad do that a number of times throughout his career.
Three-time All-Star Gilbert Arenas. Cam Boozer throwing it down.
And CeCe couldn't be happier. Talk with her pregame, having Kamani beside her, watching her twin boys play. She's in a great spot. And of course,
Bro.
loving to see CeCe couldn't
That's so. This is so smooth right here.
Your talk with her pregame, having Kamani beside her, watching her twin boys play. She's in a great spot. And of course, loving to see
Peterson. Oh, rejected by Cam Boozer. A-Cup pulls up for three. And Moreno. Cam Boozer trying to establish position. Harwell has been hot all second half.
it absolutely has been. You may want to
Isaiah Harwell definitely impressed me in this game, bro. He came a long way from his freshman year.
Stolen by Yesufu. Yesufu, contact. No, Peterson the follow. Foul called. Now the question is, was it on Boozer there on the initial action?
Nah. Let me see.
Jimenez with the follow. Drops with a foul. With another
Where's Comenia going, dude? I think he going to Duke. Look kind of mid, I ain't gonna lie.
On the floor together here, and Amen strokes the three.
And just as you mentioned, PB,
Nate Mint remind me of Zachary Reese-Shade.
an executive that he would
Key, I wonder if y'all can hear me while the game audio is playing.
no, I don't want that decision.
So I don't want to keep pausing it, but I don't know. Look, ooh, ooh.
An executive that he would be the right
Damn, I went bar too far. Hold on.
Wouldn't you love to have that decision?
Look at this. Little arenas.
I don't want that decision. I like having AJ in the following class. They can both be the number one pick.
Nah, that was nasty. That was nasty.
Along the sideline, watching their sons fulfill their dream, and more importantly, their sons' dreams, not theirs.
AJ DeBonsa, the kid from Brockton, shining tonight in Brooklyn.
One thing about Gilbert and Carlos, as parents, you see them watching the game, cheering on their sons. They're not coaching their sons. They're not yelling at the officials. It's a great lesson for parents that a little obsessive with their kids.
And that does it. Yeah, Carlos.
It was the usual. It was the usual suspects in this game. Elijah Arenas underrated. Let me see. 24 play like Ant-Man. Now, facts. Okay, they did see it. Yes, a fool. That was Yes, a fool. Let me find his name out here, recruited, because he was the one right here. To one day, Yes, a fool. He signed the Baylor. This dude right here. He signed the Baylor. Hey, it says, what does the comment say? It say 24 play like Ant-Man or I'm tripping. Nah, Yesufu definitely play like Ant. AJ Nice, Peterson too. Boozer and Mint true hoopers. Like what I'm seeing from this class. This game is in good hands. Nah, the 2025 class is crazy. Like, yeah. So I'm trying to see, because you got AJ, Darren Peterson, Cameron Boozer, Nate Mint. Okay, this is what I'm going to say. I think Darren Peterson ready to play right now. AJ got the most potential. Cameron Boozer probably going to have a better career. Nate Mint the wild card. But this top four is definitely the best. Now, let's look at the Chipotle Nationals, because I did want to see Long Island Lutheran versus Prolific Prep. I did want to see that. Island Lutheran, Prolific Prep. So this got the 16 minutes. I guess we can watch the 9-minute.
You're watching Chipotle High School Nationals from Fishers, Indiana.
How many comments you got? 25 comments.
Southeastern High School, about 30 miles northeast of downtown Indianapolis.
So this game is the Chipotle National quarterfinals. I skipped over the opening rounds because those were both blowouts. But the quarterfinals, Long Island Lutheran, Keon Anthony, Prolific Prep. That's Darren Peterson. Long Island Lutheran still got one of the Mingo brothers who's cold too. But let's see what this here for.
Member of the Nike EYBL Scholastic. Great pass. And the three ball goes down for MJ Madison. How do Peterson and Bungalow follow what they did at McDonald's to here at Nationals? As on the follow, it's 7 Spurlock. Caden Main goes short on the 3. And ahead to Spurlock for the jam.
Okay, Spurlock get busy this game.
Spurlock for a 3.
I'm about to say, okay, there go Darren Peterson. Bro, look at Darren Peterson, bro. The number one player in 2025. Just look how long his arms is. The 22 in black. And he's a shooting guard. He got like a 6'10", 6'11" wingspan, bro.
Peterson, number 2 in the NBA draft. Darren Peterson could be at that number as well. Anthony from the mid-range.
Okay, Cayenne. Was it Cayenne?
Peterson could be at that number as well. Anthony from the mid-range.
Okay.
You see the way he slows in charge and get a shot blocked.
Peterson off the spin. Oh, the drop off to Obina Kizichu by Bill Self. Nico Onyekware's picked up his second personal. He's on the bench. Dylan Mingo flies to the rim for Luhai.
Everything is contested right now by Luhai. Excellent defense.
Nigel James off the bench, and he rips the
Hey, Nigel James a dog too.
Sixth man of the year and the defensive player of the year in the EYBL Scholastic this season. Winters Grady knocks it down. He can do that with the very
Achievement by Melo. Such an inspiration for so many kids over the decades.
Nigel James got another three. Luhai on top.
Okay.
Difficult.
Okay, Nigel. Could Darren Peterson work out?
This time, and he throws it down. Darren Peterson's a high wire act.
Trying to get Peterson open with multiple screens.
The kick by Peterson. And the three for Rajon Roberts, the junior. He pulls it in. Peterson. Oh,
My goodness, boy.
Darren
He
Peterson.
can't score. He will look to kick it out or drop it off.
Try to get around the longer Kamasoko, and Peterson finishes again. He wanted the foul. 1 of 6 from the field here in the second quarter. Kamasoko. Kick it to Caden Mingo. Bingo! It's a three. We're tied.
You've just been dying to say that.
Ryan Bernardi, his coach, says that his shot diet has expanded this year, and that was one example.
Is that like a keto diet?
Yeah, a little bit. Anthony, try that shot diet. It's a three.
Is it? Damn, I just missed Cayenne. What I miss him? What do you do?
Dying to say that.
Ryan Bernardi, his coach, says that
I'm
his
trying to
shot
pin a
diet
comment.
has expanded
Okay,
this year.
Cayenne.
That was one example.
Is that
Kenny
like a
back.
keto diet?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Anthony,
He's
try that
splashing.
shot diet. It's a three. Peterson saves it after the deflection. 3 to shoot. And a three.
Bro, this mother will not let me.
1 point game with under 2 minutes to play in the first half.
There we go.
Anthony wants another three. Oh, give it to him with the foul this time. Melo loving it. His
Man, I'd have missed all. I'd have missed all of Cayenne's.
first half. Anthony wants another
Okay.
three. Oh,
Oh nah, he was lit this game.
foul this time.
Cayenne was lit this game.
Melo loving it. His son can fill it up just. Yeah, he's going to continue that progression at Syracuse himself. Grady, what a cut. He puts it in with a foul.
My only concern for Cayenne is he's kind of small and he's not the most athletic.
At this end. Better. Just seems like a higher ceiling overall and a chance for multiple future All-Stars.
Oh my goodness.
Anthony,
Oh my goodness.
Spurlock. Grady catch and shoot. Yes. Tied again.
Play by Anthony.
Which Grady is it? Winters Grady?
Mingo the kick. Esom
Ooh.
earlier. And he hits again. Right before the buzzer.
Nah, Dylan Mingo. Dylan Mingo, Nigel James, Cayenne. Nah, that's a solid squad.
If he doesn't throw it up the floor, they don't score.
Now Peterson the deflection. Spurlock again. Oh, left it short. Peterson the putback. Madison flying to the rim.
Oh my goodness.
Just a great job of sprinting.
Akisi the block.
Bro, these bigs get more and more athletic.
And Peterson's fouled. Oh my
Oh.
The shove by Peterson on James at the end. And remember, Nigel James already has a technical foul today.
What happened?
James at the end.
I'm trying to see why that happened.
Job of sprinting.
Akisi the block. And Peterson's fouled.
Oh, that just a little shoving. That's just a little shoving, bro.
Shove by Peterson on James at the end. And remember, Nigel James already has a technical foul today. To start this second half.
Yeah, he's the most tenacious defender in this game.
Anthony got past Peterson and he banks it in.
But they didn't lose their buckets.
Bro, Cayenne trying to cook, bro.
defender, makes the move.
Anthony's got 19. Peterson the spin on Madison, and he shovels it.
That boy different. That boy Darren Peterson is different.
Considering the success of that program. Akisi flips it out, and the three goes down for 7. Spurlock.
You can see why Ryan Bernardi was so high on him when we spoke to him.
Dylan Mingo putting it in reverse.
Bro, Dylan Mingo look like he get taller every time I see him.
Peterson took it away. And Mosley with the finger roll. Prolific within 3 with Dylan Mingo. Spurlock for 3. Way short. Caden Mingo at the horn. A 4-point game on our way to the 4th guarding Darren Peterson. Now that James is out of the game. Peterson all the way to the rack with the foul.
That was tough. Bro, y'all can't act like Darren Peterson ain't nice. I accidentally did add him to the thumbnail, but it is what it is.
Darren Peterson has all the makings of a star guard.
Mosley drills the 3 after Peterson missed the free throw. Dylan Mingo is trying to change that. Prolific the rebound. Mosley.
Oh, nah. Mosley's cooking. Mosley's cooking. Bro, I forgot to add Peterson, Chris. AJ and Boozer are the same. A mint a quarter tier below. I don't know why I feel like that could be majorly wrong. Hey, Chris, can you hear my audio good over the game audio? Or do I need to make my mic louder? But, Amit, you sleep. He's Zachariah Ricochet with a handle. Oh my goodness. Hold on.
Number 2 player in the class going to Kansas playing with 4 personals. Dylan Mingo connects on a 3. Oh, nice cut.
Oh my goodness, bro. Say, Chris, I was telling y'all, bro, Darren Peterson is going to be the best shooting guard since Ant, bro.
Anthony hasn't scored yet in the 4th. 8 to shoot. Madison challenged by Akisi. He puts it in with the foul.
I thought it was going to be VJ, but no.
From Akisi. Oh, Peterson's pass intercepted by Esom. Dylan Mingo puts it home. Long Island Lutheran.
Play through it. There you go.
Giving Peterson some room to receive the pass. For the shoot. Peterson launches.
Ooh. Ooh.
Cold-blooded Darren Peterson to go the length of the floor. Esom gives it back to Anthony, who's not scored in the 4th. Anthony couldn't bank it. Mingo trying to follow, and a foul. A foul before the buzzer.
Whoa, hold on.
Anthony, who's not scored in the 4th. Anthony couldn't bank it. Mingo trying to
Whoa, was that a... They really called that, bro.
a foul before the buzzer.
Chris, let me know what's up with my audio while the game is going. Can you hear me good over the audio? Let me know. But, who's that, Dylan Mingo?
Got the friendly roll. Can he even the score? He does. 0.3 of a second. Has to be lightning quick. John Buck wanted a timeout.
No.
Doesn't.
Help them take the lead. This is an instant classic.
Nice cut by Winters Grady.
Okay, no, that was good. That was good.
A foot in the paint, waiting on
Okay, Darren, what you finna do?
The leader goes
Bro, stop it. Bro, stop it.
by Winters Grady.
prolific. They almost have
Look at this.
Waiting on Peterson. Peterson, the leader goes. He's got 20.
Bro, Darren Peterson, best shooting guard prospect since Ant, bro. Easily. I put him over VJ. I was a big fan of VJ, but Darren Peterson is crazy, bro.
ISO ball now. Caden Mingo, trying to find A 5-point prolific lead. And he punched that home at the end. Dylan Mingo the step through.
Okay.
Back to a 3-point game. Peterson in the lane. Anthony comes up with it. Luhai gets the stop they needed. Shot clock is turned off. Back to Caden Mingo. And in the hands of Anthony, who hasn't scored since the third quarter. Couldn't tie it.
Bro, Cayenne ain't scored since the third quarter. They was always all the way in overtime.
Rounds to prolific with 2 seconds remaining.
He didn't pick up his 5th foul. He had 4 fouls to start the 4th quarter. If that. And Mozzie Mosley picked up the slack then.
5 for 10 from free throws is crazy. But Cayenne, man, you got to get your scoring together in that third, fourth quarter, bro. Shout out Darren Peterson and Winters Grady. I guess they don't have their stats, but let me see. Darren Peterson, the best player in the class, of course. AJ better. Okay, they arguing. Dynamic prep and prolific prep is going to be the game to watch. I'm telling everybody, this is going to be the game to watch. You don't want to miss it. I'm telling you, everybody, this right here is going to be crazy. Okay. Cayenne, 2 bad threes. That 3 Melo son had was actually a great look. I'm surprised he missed badly. Them boys was hooping. Melo son with a dumbass shot. The boys was hooping. Yeah, so it looked like so we got another so prolific long now we got prolific versus dynamic prep.
Chipotle High School Nationals, and the weekend of the Final Four, we are down to 4 in high school basketball as we crown a national champion here in Fishers, Indiana.
There's the double off the trap.
And it leads to a steal for Dynamic and a run out for Newilly.
Well, he's got great vertical bounce going to Rutgers, number 12 in the dark shirt.
Toombs hit a 3 yesterday, and he cans one today. What a start for Dynamic.
A key, Toombs has to use the pump fake against.
How about the hands by Toombs to take it away from Grady?
Big Toombs.
A timeout for prolific. Jaden Toombs. Newilly against Grady. Trying to take the charge. No whistle, and Newilly buries it.
One for Dynamic, but I think he's waiting until the second half.
Peterson from deep.
When he can't get into the lane, he's going to learn how to give it up and get it back as well.
An answer by Newilly. That's a 3.
Okay.
Dynamic with the steal. Toombs has it taken away. Mosley to Akese for the flush.
Mosley they needed something good to happen.
I like Mosley, bro. I don't know what his story is, but I like him.
And especially with Peterson on the bench for these final seconds. Kelly hits right before the buzzer. So Dynamic.
The jump stop before the rim.
Faison lines it up and drills it. That's a 3.
He got loud and he got proud.
Oh, off the inbound. Peterson puts it in. Toombs against Akese. And Toombs with the touch.
Okay, big guy.
On to Sam Houston, the defensive stopper for Dynamic.
Could be a very good player there.
And Coleman with a 3 at this end.
Bro, they are kicking Prolific's ass, bro.
Yeah, they had too many turnovers. Over 20 turnovers in that game. Andrew Moran will address that.
Hampton drains a 3.
You can hear me over the game. because I don't want to keep pausing it. Oh,
Jermaine O'Neal gets academic updates every week on the court. Their practice time is after 3 or 4 hours.
Peterson ahead to Spurlock for the jam.
ooh.
And Willie's pass deflected. This is Hampton with another triple. What a second quarter from the top 10 sophomores, Ryan Hampton and Marcus Spears Jr. Grady short, offensive board by Jambati. And Peterson,
Bro, they are killing me.
to close out the half. Dynamic outscores prolific 20 defense. Chris Newilly stepping up for dynamic prep. He's got 16 now. Peterson with a 3.
Bit of space. He has such great scoring prowess.
Toombs got the friendly roll on the push shot.
Beat a very talented Link Academy yesterday.
Nah, this is an ass whooping.
The number 2 seed. O'Neal Jr. Day that he is so proud of his son's maturation. Peterson to the rim.
Great teammate.
And O'Neal heading to SMU just like his good friend Jaden Toombs. Grady, a logo triple. Boy, prolific. Last game of the day, it's less than a 24-hour turnaround for both teams. Grady rattles in a 3. Ball's moving. Coleman too strong. Here comes Spurlock the other way. And that's swatted by Newilly.
Ooh.
But a foul called. Prolific bench
Man.
gesturing for a goaltend.
Definitely go 2.
Pressure from Prolific and a 5-second count. Peterson for 3.
Nice.
Yes. Now within 17. Final seconds of the quarter. O'Neal long 2 doesn't go.
Okay, he kind of pulled them back again.
12-0 run, but 11 points, 13 boards. Over to O'Neal Jr. He's got it. He's got game. Grady with a 3.
But it might be a little bit found a way to split both of those traps and still score.
Kelly, money. A 3 by Dynamic.
It's got all because of the 3-headed monster of Sarah Strong, Easy Fudd, and of course Paige Beckers. Just too much offense.
Bro,
Gets it for Prolific. It's Steen. Akizi with the block. Grady. Swish on a 3.
It's not over. And the other team's playing with urgency. You got a star like Darren Peterson is not going to let it happen.
that boy there is cooking.
Down for Peterson. It's a 12-point
Well,
2:40 left.
they getting their ass whooped, but he can score.
Coleman lays it in. So Peterson, no. Followed by Akizi.
Score. They can get a 3. They get a stop.
Bro, they really, this wasn't even a good game. They done doled them this whole game.
Here is Toombs, and he puts it home. 13 for Toombs.
Those hands are worth a lot of money, Ted.
And Peterson soars to the rim.
That boy is so athletic, but they getting their ass kicked.
One opportunity.
Yep, Prolific got they ass kicked. So that was the semifinals. Bro, Dynamic Prep 67-52 Montverde, 74-55 Link, 83-64 Prolific Prep. That's crazy. So now we gotta see what Columbus versus who is that? Wasatch? Columbus versus Wasatch. I gotta see what. Now this is Cam Boozer. Cam Boozer is number 3 in ESPN 100 in the 2025 class. And Isaiah Harwell is on Wasatch. He's number 13. So that's why this is a big matchup.
Watching Chipotle High School Nationals from Fishers, Indiana, 30 miles northeast of downtown Indianapolis. We're ready for our last quarterfinal. They won their 4th consecutive Class 7A state title in Florida about a month ago.
Bro, this is your big man. He popped the game off with this. Cam Boozer is a center. Well, he really gonna be a power forward in the league, but he's like a center, small ball center, power forward. Look at this. I think he my favorite player in this class.
4th consecutive Class 7A state title in Florida about a month ago. Cam Boozer reigns in a 3. Too much on it. Marcellus Jackson with the rebound for Columbus. The lob, Jackson Richardson to the penthouse way.
Bro, Jackson Richardson, this is Jason Richardson's son from the Golden State Warriors back in the day. Look how athletic bro is. It's crazy, bro. These young dudes is getting crazier and crazier athletic wise.
Gaskins no, Richardson with the follow. And an early timeout for Wasatch.
Yeah, Columbus is on their ass.
They've long been a standout program.
Caleb Gaskins. These are juniors. Caleb Gaskins and Jackson Richardson both are highly ranked juniors.
And that 3 goes down for Cottrell last night off the bench.
He's a tough kid, 23 for Wasatch.
Gaskins, yet again.
That boy there.
Got it knocked out of his hands. And Boozer flips it in with a foul.
Katie Boozer is the underrated Boozer twin. He reminds me so much of Malcolm Brogdon, bro.
Boozer, the acceleration.
Ooh, I thought he
Got it
could
back.
make that.
Finds his brother.
Bro, that is my big man hitting these threes, bro. Throw the oop.
I didn't know if he was going to dunk it or lay it in.
Adolph Junior County drills the 3.
Andre Miller, who played for the late, great Rick Majerus at Utah and in the NBA.
Caper Jackson with a 3.
Okay.
Toughness, size,
Yeah.
passing.
This
Runs the team.
got ugly quick.
Andre.
Here's Harwell, lost it. Cello Jackson the other way. And he scores off the Euro.
Extra piece of defensive pressure and toughness. And he is well built.
Miller, good look for 3. And he buries it.
Great example, like his brother and Cooper Flagg and Darren Peterson for the next generation of players.
Oh, good pass.
Jackson, the no look.
Another good pass.
Open look for 3.
Good shot.
Swinging.
Columbus just played the right way, bro. Them dudes such winners, bro.
Caden got it back, and he lays it in.
Caden watches. Yeah, he was really quiet in the first half. The defense for Columbus is a little bit different.
Cam Boozer swirls.
Cam Boozer done hit 3 threes
Okay.
He's a
as a big.
The Knights are looking for more, I guess. There's a 3 this season. Now a steal. Zay Harwell pounds it.
You know, Harwell has great size. He hit 2 guard.
I like Isaiah Harwell.
Cam Boozer the lob, and Jackson Richardson was not gonna
Bro, we not finna do this.
Defender.
Bro, we are not finna do this.
2 guard. Excellent defender.
Bro, look how high bro was. That's crazy.
Richardson was not gonna miss that. Harwell backing down Caden Boozer. The extra to Mansell. And he drills it. It's a 3. Now James Miller with a steal. Ahead to Manu Mansell. And a timeout for Columbus. Wasatch making its move. It's a 16-2 run.
Okay.
Here at the high school level for Columbus. Harwell against Boozer. 2 McDonald's All-Americans. The skip to Mansell. Splash.
Okay.
Got to hold their spot on the glass. That's going to be important.
Miller connects on digits.
And they have a pep in their defensive step right now.
Cam Boozer.
Bro, this dude say Cam Boozer done hit 4 threes, bro. Damn, Wasatch on a 24/7 run. That's crazy.
Thought about it from the L. Instead, the kick to Caden. Give it to him. That's a trick. Harmon's pass deflected and stolen. Caden Boozer, blocking foul this time.
Defense couldn't get back 16 months.
Final seconds of the quarter. Cam Boozer barreling and laying it in right before the horn. At his size, a freight train down the floor.
Okay.
He's got a pure stroke.
Cam Boozer as your power forward / center, bro. I can't overstate that enough. 22.7 rebounds, 6 assists.
Harwell flips it in.
Damn, what I missed? What'd he do? Okay, that was a nice finish. That was a nice finish.
With a foul.
Ted, the stars are things you can do at Cameron Boozer.
Harmon.
Damn, nah. What this?
Under 10 for the first time in a long time.
Harwell backing down Caden Boozer, who has 4 personals. Out to Mansell. He's got another 3.
Uh-oh.
And the lead on the drive on Richardson. 5 to shoot. Harmon gives it up to Harmon.
Uh-oh.
And Wasatch is throw it out.
You got to double Cameron Boozer, though.
Columbus is always going to play through him. Caden Boozer down low to Gaskins.
Columbus just too tough, bro.
Boozer, who's got 4 personals. Missed the jam. Here comes Jackson Richardson. Cam to Caden. The Twins connect yet again, and the lead is 10.
Foul game early, which a lot of teams like to do sometimes. Just foul and put the other team to the line.
Numbers now, and Cameron Boozer converts.
Bro, Cam Boozer is him, man. This class is crazy. Look at that pass. Bro, look at this pass.
Big time block by Cameron Boozer.
Whoop. This your big man making that pass.
But it counts a goaltend by Harmon. Cameron Boozer.
Hard here. Columbus too much.
The dunk by Harmon to finish it off. Wasn't perfect.
Bro, Cameron Boozer is a dog. Damn, this ain't got no comments. But what was that next game? So that was Columbus beat Wasatch. Then now Columbus and Brewster. Oh, there you go, right here.
You're watching Chipotle High School Nationals here in Fishers, Indiana.
Wait, hold on. Who's on Brewster? Does Brewster Academy got anybody in the top 100? Let me check real quick. Brewster Academy. I know they got Indrusitis. Well, it don't look like it. Whatever. We just gonna check it out.
About 30 miles northeast of downtown Indianapolis. We're ready for our second boys semifinal. The #1 high school team in the country, led by Cameron and Caden Boozer. Wilkins the turnaround and air ball, and Boozer the quick outlet as usual. Marcellus Jackson flips it in. They call it us.
No, they love the environment. Ramon Cece was on the visit. Now Carlos, a colleague of ours at ESPN on the ACC network and ESPN, does a...
Gaskins ahead to Cello Jackson. And Cello puts it back in. He's got hold. Caden to Cameron. The Boozers connect for 2. To inbound. Into Wilkins. Got Caden Boozer off his feet. And he drains the 3.
That jumper was kind of funny looking.
A nice, slow, steady shot.
Sorry, man. I've been a little sick. Bro, Cam Boozer has been strapped. This is another game where he hitting deep threes.
With the steal. And
Jackson Richardson, the most athletic player in high school, bro. He got to be.
Fowler. Darian Moore down the baseline.
Oh, good block.
And the quarter comes to an end. Well, Columbus late in the shot clock, opening up the second quarter. Preston Fowler drills.
This is a rock fight.
No kidding. When you're talking about Cooper Flagg and Dylan Harper and Bailey and Edgecombe and so on and so forth. Wilkins
That was a good move.
Brewster in front in the regular season. to lead the EYBL Scholastic. Walters, the sophomore from Pinson, Alabama.
100 prospects in the Sweet 16. You still need that freshman talent.
Columbus, the #1 seed, down 5. Caden to Cameron Boozer for 2. That breaks a 10.
Moved his feet and did not stop. And they got to stop at the end.
Good teardrop, boy.
Columbus is within we need more creative mascots. Can we agree on that?
Yes.
We've got the Columbus Explorers here. That's pretty cool. That's cool as well.
Bro,
Caden Boozer ties the score.
the Boozer twins play basketball like they already in the league. They IQ is crazy. Can't wait to see what they do at Duke.
Will change. Sometimes possession by possession.
Might have to change it again after Caleb Gaskins knocks down the 3. K.Day Moore, the junior committed to Seton Hall, hits over Caden Boozer.
He's got a nice shake and whip.
Jackson Richardson playing with 3 personals. Gaskins inside the arc this time for 2 more.
And that's a tough shot to make, that 8 to 10.
No whistle.
Yeah, he went out to half court to let the referee know that.
Gaskins, yet again, a quick 7 from Gaskins after a scoreless first half.
Offense by Brewster.
Cello Jackson spinning past Fowler. And he kisses it home.
He's just stronger than everybody else.
Wilkins with space, and he punches it home.
Hey, Wilkins,
Just has to be vocal from the bench.
he got some go. I ain't gonna lie. Number 11 in blue.
Boozer the kick, Benin for 3.
A good pass. See, that just was such a pro pass, bro.
Moore brings in a 3 of his own. Caden Boozer got to put it up. And he connects.
That was tough. That was tough.
Just before the shot
That
clock
was
ran out.
tough.
Triple penetration.
Moore
Okay, give me that.
rejected by Cameron Boozer. And Cello Jackson.
That's one of them. I ain't had no shots all game. I'm finna get these layup.
Timeout for Brewster as Columbus has met. Cam gives it back to Caden. Off the flyby by Corey. Boozer, bullseye.
Bro, are y'all seeing this? Are y'all seeing this? Cameron Boozer is a power forward / center in high school, and he's 17 years old. He just keep hitting 3 after 3.
For Columbus.
Bro.
The pump fake.
Moore again lays it in.
K.Day Moore is so
Best shooter. Corey the drive past Benin. Try to tip it home. Loose ball. Out to Payday Moore. Cam Boozer got a piece of it. Wilkins for the tie.
Oh my goodness, this Wilkins guy is going crazy.
Caden Boozer, 5 seconds. Boozer for the win. Bingo for Caden Boozer.
That was tough. That was tough.
Caden Boozer, 5 seconds. Boozer for the win.
That was tough.
Bingo for
That was tough.
and the win for Columbus to send
Okay, that was tough.
to the Chipotle Championship.
He said that's right. Bring that to dude. That is so obvious. Carry. She was going to OT. What? Oh no, that's gonna be something crazy.
Shots in the last 10 seconds. Brewster down 3. The block by Boozer.
Okay.
Sebastian Wilkins nails it with 11 seconds to go.
Yeah, that's his name, Sebastian Wilkins,
Caden
number
Boozer
11 in
tries to
blue.
find space,
That was tough.
and he finds the bottom of the net.
That was tough, bro. Ugh. That's just a pro move, bro.
Clutch by Caden Boozer. Trust by Andrew Moran to let his team go up the floor
Didn't call a timeout or nothing.
with 10 seconds to go in the game tied. He had a timeout or 2 to call.
Okay, that was tough. So the Chipotle Nationals is Dynamic Prep versus Columbus. ESPN. Oh, it's at 12. I'm gonna get to watch that. What that? Yeah, that's yeah. I'm gonna get to watch that on the 5th. So yeah. Man, who haven't I seen from this? What was bro old boy name again?
Pressure shots in the last 10 seconds.
What was
Brewster down 3. The block by Boozer. Sebastian Wilkins.
Sebastian Wilkins? Okay, I found his name. Okay. Sebastian Wilkins. Oh, he's 6'8", 210, 42nd in the ESPN 60. Damn, I got off of it. But 42 is crazy. Yeah, Sebastian Wilkins, 6'8", 210, power forward, hitting threes like that. That's gonna be a name to watch. And if y'all didn't know, Caleb Gaskins, number 8. He was on Columbus playing with the Boozer Twins. And Jackson Richardson, he was number 5, also playing with the Boozer Twins. So yeah, them dudes is stacked. And where's they got Cameron Boozer number 3, which seems crazy. Caden is number 16. So they got 4 top 20 players. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going down. I want to see more Nate Ament. Because I was telling Chris how Nate Ament reminds me of Zachariah Research with some creation. Nah, Slam High School be bullshitting, bro. Slam High School do not be playing that. I'm trying to see if I can find some. Maybe we go. I don't think there's just no. There's just some highlight. That should say 10 months ago. Oh well, fuck it. Nah, that was crazy. Ooh, yeah. Bro is like a Zachary Ricochet type of. Zachary Ricochet probably moved. Okay, okay, okay. That was Native Mint. Uh, I'm not a big fan of Caleb Wilson. Michael Brown, I like him, but I'm not sure how good he'll be right off. Um, I'm interested in Yes or Fool. Let me see what T. Damn, I already forgot. Tounto. There we go. Tunde Yes or Fool. Slam will get you took down, so I ain't finna play with them dudes. Let me just see. Mm. I don't like these type of cameras, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Bro. Cause Yes Fool was a guy I like. I'm trying to think of who else did I see from the McDonald's All American game I can remember. Braylon Mullins was mid. Braylon Mullins was kind of mid. I'm trying to think of who else that I seen. Kingston Fleming, Rebate, Sean Acadian, Ingledaris, Nico Bundalo. I ain't gonna start. Okay, Nico Bundalo. Cause yeah, okay. This is what I want to see. Nicolo Bundalo. Bro, what's up with this camera angle? What's up with this camera angle though? It's cool, but Nico Bundalo is. I already lost it, but let's see. Oh, he on Prolific? I did not know he was on Prolific. And that's average athleticism. That's average athleticism. Sean Abayev, 6'7", small forward, going to Cincinnati. Sean Abayev. It's crazy that these dudes don't be having. Oh, he do got some highlights. He got some OT. Let me see what else do they say he can do. Cause we seen the spot ups. We just seen the spot ups. Jim, well, he's a McDonald's All-American, but Shad Amayev, 6'7", small forward. We liking it. Okay, I've seen enough. Let me see what else is there. Okay, I've seen enough. I've seen enough. I definitely. Where was he at? Bayev. Where was he at? Where was he at? Number 24, right here, bro. 6'7", 195, going to Cincinnati. Keep an eye out on him. Malachi Moreno. That's another dude I've seen from the McDonald's All American game. Oh yeah, he first one. I guess other people had the same thought. Come back from being sick, bro. God damn. Okay, so this ain't 9 months. Oh, okay. Here go his highlights from the McDonald's All American game scrimmage.
How about Malachi Moreno? This is his first time in a McDonald's uniform.
Boy, this shit grainy as hell.
Because he was too busy leading his high school to a state championship in Kentucky last night. So fresh off the plane and right.
Look at our boy Bayev.
Just a bucket and a point guard.
I think that was one.
Well, instead of one guest, how about two joining Corey Alexander for the East?
How tall is he dude was?
It's all they do. Malik Thomas off the mark, rebound by Moreno, who again landed here in New York this morning. Did not take part in practice. Gave him a uniform. Here he is out there playing our game. Boozer the lob and the finish by Moreno off the plane and to the rim. Tell you what, Caden
He seems like a semi-mobile big.
The ability to look up the floor, the timing
For you to get the same win for the West.
That's what we all about. We just trying to get into Kansas next year. Come in and be a leader. Come in ready to work. Be a freshman, make mistakes, but he's gonna keep believing.
Has recruited at Kansas in his 22.
And
I think he's the most talented player that Bill has ever recruited. You know, he played Utah Prep with A.J. DeBonsa head-to-head, scored over 50 points or 60 points, won that game, played the Boozers in Columbus, beat them. For him to beat those two teams and put to his team prolific.
Moreno with the tip in.
and he seemed alright. Well, hey, y'all let me know. Is there any more high school basketball players should I be on the lookout for? We done pretty much. So the high school nationals, we already seen that the championship game gonna be Darnell Prep versus Columbus, 12 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. I done already looked at the McDonald's All American game highlights. I think I might switch over to some NBA stuff, but I want to find more gems. I'm trying to think, bro. It's some more dudes that I was trying to see in the McDonald's All American game. I think we hit them all though. Pause. But Braden Burris, Cole Pete, Michael Brown, A Cup. I've pretty much seen most of these dudes. I think Sean Abaya, bro. Be able to look out for that name. If he's legit 6'7" with that type of shooting, scoring, he definitely gonna be a high pick in 26. What's going on with the 25 draft class? 2025 NBA mock. Something tells me to look at CBS's mock draft, but something tell me it's gonna stink. Oh, scouting reports. Should I look at scouting reports? Hoop Inlet got one for Dylan Harper. Backyard buckets. Mock draft. "2025 NBA mock draft." Bleacher Report. What is Bleacher Report mock drafts? So number one, they got Cooper Flag going to Utah. That sounds about right. Pro comp Jalen Johnson, Kevin Garnett. Boy, he remind me of Kawhi. Am I crazy for comparing Cooper Flag to Kawhi? Number 2, they got Dylan Harper to Washington. They say Jalen Brunson, Kobe White, De'Aaron Fox. I see a little, I ain't gonna lie. I see a little SGA. Little SGA in Dylan Harper. Is that crazy? I don't like that fit in Washington either. Charlotte, VJ Edgecombe at 3. 6'5". Andrew Wiggins, Victor Oladipo, Amon Shumpert. Say, bro, Victor Oladipo is a perfect comp for VJ. I thought he could be like an Anthony Edwards or Dwayne Wade, but it's just something about his scoring that I just don't think is up to par with these other guys. So I like VJ for I don't know how I feel VJ at Charlotte. He'll get a lot of off ball buckets though. I think he's gonna be a good off ball scorer for sure. Athlete, lob threat. Wiggins, Oladipo. I like the Oladipo. Ace Bailey to New Orleans. I don't know if I like that fit. I hate this fit. Ace Bailey to New Orleans is terrible. Ace Bailey to New Orleans is terrible. Is this a good fit? Ace Bailey in New Orleans. I'm trying to think. Who would that be? So it will be what's the starting 5 in New Orleans? So you have DeJounte Murray, Trey Murphy, Ace Bailey, Zion, Kelly Olynyk. Man, I don't know, bro. Derek Queen. Derek Queen at 5? Derek Queen at 5? Is Derek Queen a good pick at 5? Comp Alperen Sengun. 6'10", 246. If y'all think he can be Sengun, it's not a bad pick at 5. Jeremy Fears. I ain't really looked into Jeremy Fears like that. Let me see. Jeremiah Fears. Let me see some of Jeremiah Fears, bro. I hope this shit don't get flagged, but (18, 6'4". Is this a top 5 pick though? Top 10 pick, I mean. Okay. How we feel about Jeremy Fears, man? It's not bad, bro.
Begins on the bench. Bryson Goodine gets the start. That hot shooting 3-point special at 10 and White.
Fears left alone. 3 on the way. Now they've got to do a better job. Oklahoma shooting the ball well. If they don't turn it over, great pass.
I'm trying to see what's great? What's his great traits? Okay, I mean,
Good pass, finding Godwin, throws it down. Home game of the year. Here's Spears transitioning. Just finding enough real escape from Cato. Now Spears has got to go make a play. Has the quickness advantage over Eaton. Spears on the move. Jeremiah Spears lays it up and in. Other programs want them. And the high lob and shot clock down to 7. Off the screen, Spears will launch it.
okay. I gotta do more research on Jeremiah Fears. I heard about him. I definitely know who he is. Brother Jeremy plays at Michigan State. I'm trying to see how this translates to the NBA though. Oh my goodness.
Jalen Moore. I think Jalen Moore can be an all-league player by the end of this. He's playing like it so far this season.
Well, it's nice to be home again. Her grandmother used to work in the president's office.
Okay.
Spears left open behind the back. And a finger roll. He's got the NBA draft.
I haven't seen much of him live. I'm gonna save my final thoughts till I watch him in a live game or go back and watch a few full games. It only take me a few full games. I feel like I got a good understanding of what the dude is. Okay. He seems slithery. Very slithery. Okay, that was... He seemed like he's a good creator for himself, for sure. Very creative. But at 6'4". I don't know why I'm getting so hung up on him being 6'4". It's like he don't pop off to me as like no elite athlete. He definitely can create for himself. Okay. Hey.
Standing on the offensive glass in particular. A battle way in the backdoor. He's in there right now. Fears the steal from behind on Williams. Here's Bass, and Fears steals it.
Honestly, in the top 10, but I have to go with the Ole Miss Rebels and with Chris.
Okay, okay. So Jeremiah Fears, what they have him? They had him at 6. Let me look at some of his stats real quick. Jeremiah Fears. Here we go. Stats. Let's see what his stats was looking like. Okay. I don't know if y'all can see, but 17 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 43 from the field, 28 from 3. I don't know if I'm drafting at number 6. 43 from the field, 28% from 3, 85% free throw line. So he probably do have a solid shooting. I don't know. But okay, so Jeremiah Fears at 6. Toronto. I like Kami Malawatch. If Toronto can get him at 7, great pick. Mark Williams, great comp. Trey Johnson at 8 to San Antonio. I don't know if they should do that. Pro comp to Tyler Hero. He reminds me of a more juiced up Alec Burks, bro. Trey Johnson really is a more juiced up Alec Burks. Tyler Hero. That's not crazy either, though. Trey Johnson's final performance yesterday painted a fairly accurate picture of the scattering report. Wow, perimeter creation, footwork, separation, rhythm, balance on the jumper, high level shot making. He said he struggled to give himself easy basket at the rim or free throws. Jace Richardson. Nah, Jace Richardson is a dog. I like they got him in the top 10 pick. Reed Shepard is the comp. It's crazy. Spot up threes, right? He just know how to hoop, bro. Jace just know how to hoop. 6'3". I feel like he got longer arms than that though. And he's consistent, not high usage. Finishing, yeah. He just know how to play basketball. Jace just know how to play basketball. So comparing Jace 9 to Portland, I don't like the fit for Jace at Portland though. Jace on Portland, I don't know if I like the fit. The Reed Shepard comp, that's pretty solid. But I don't know if I like the fit in Portland. I want Jace to somehow find his way on the Magic. See who else had a pick? Toronto. Well, I guess. Okay. Con Knuckle at 10. That's a little bit rich. I ain't gonna lie. Kevin Herter, Corey Kispert, these is pro comps. 6'6", 217, 19. Miami. I don't know if I like Constantinople, Miami. Chicago Bulls, Colin Murray Boyles. They power forward spot. I like that. I like Colin Murray Boyles to Chicago, 6'7", 245. Pro comp, Julius Randle, Anthony Mason. I like that. Casper Yakachonis at Houston. 12th pick. 6'6". Chauncey Billups is pro comp. That's crazy. Damn, excuse me. getting over a cold. But Chauncey Billups, I don't know how I feel about that. So, of course, my Dallas Mavericks got to get some dude I never heard of, Noah Esingulu, 6'9", 198, 18. Let me see what he got, bro. Noah Esingulu. Let's see what Noah Esingulu got.
Saraf, divno dodavanje za Zenguea i zakucavanje. Nema ništa od ovog napada domaćeg tima. Saraf, nesebičan, Zengue, no uz 3 skoka. Divna asistencija za Ale. Paska Zengue za 3, pogađaj.
And my shit started to glitch.
Shot clock down. Yeah, nice spin and jam. Stolen away. Essengay running it back, and Essengay. Saraf. Oh, schönes Anspiel. Schöner Backdoor. Kader bei Hapoel Tel Aviv.
Okay.
Super Bewegung. Ninian, Jessup. Odmah krasan pressing i ukraja loptu tamo Esseng. Ben Sharaf, Esseng solo akcija.
Oh, yeah.
Za sad dosta ne.
He one of these Euro wings. I don't know exactly how I feel about him. Another Risa Shea type build.
Lepa kombinacija i pogodak uz prekršaj.
I don't know how high I would take him though. Okay. I like it.
Weideman once again handling Esseng with one dribble down the middle and isn't.
Brusino, mora šutirati Brusino, to bi neće imati vremena, ali ide Plamera. Esseng.
He seems skilled. He seems solid. I just wonder if like, do he got some nastiness to him? It seems like they put him in mostly blowouts.
Ništa od koša. Holman ipak u igri ide u kontru.
2 minute do kraja otprilike. Ulm ima +2 napad. Ulm koji je odigrao 2 utakmice više ove sezone. Evo Brozea na samo -5. Podsjećam da je u 3 navrata Ulm imao 15 razlike.
Risa Shea build.
Do kraja prve četvrtine. Plamer, lepo dodavanje.
Bro, definitely not bad, bro. I guess I won't be mad at it for Dallas. At 13, Jabari Walker, sure. Atlanta Hawks, Asa Newell. Not terrible. Jalen Smith, Brandon Clark, Jonathan Isaac. I like Asa Newell. Carter Bryant. Oh my goodness. Orlando better not get Carter Bryant, bro. Bro. Get Liam McNeely. If he's there. Liam McNeely to San Antonio. Keegan Murray comp. Interesting. Ben Seraph. 6'5", 200. Comp Manu Ginobili to the Nets. Interesting. That's interesting. Yegor Divin. Josh Giddey. No, and boy, he's pretty much falling. He's supposed to be like a top 10 pick at first. Neek Clifford, Miami. Let me see some Neek Clifford. Neek Clifford. What's going on with this? Okay, Neek Clifford. So 6'6", 19, 9, and 4, 1.2 steals, 50% from the field, 38 from 3, 78 for the free throw line. That's pretty good. Super senior though. See what the highlights hitting on. Neek Clifford. Ooh, started out with a poster. Okay, back to first two plays being dunked is crazy. If you can consistently finish with the shooting splits he put up, I like that. Oh yeah, that's a okay. Okay, yeah, I like what I'm seeing. He doing a lot in late games too. Goodness, that's still bad. Oh yeah, I like it. I like it. How we feeling about Neek Clifford? I like it. Yeah. Mavericks need to get him. Damn, is it finna storm? Oh my God, good move. Yeah, I pretty much see everything I need to see. Nah, Neek Clifford. How we feeling about Neek Clifford? Yeah, I like. Let me see what you do right here. So did they got somewhere in the tournament? I like Neek Clifford. Shades of Tatum. Okay. So I'm not mad. Okay, get this off. I'm not mad at Nick Clifford at 20. That look like a damn good pick. And I could argue, I can argue that a lot of teams definitely need to pick up Magic, Brooklyn. Like Nick Clifford though. 21, Danny Wolf. Danny Wolf is a dog. I like Danny Wolf. Really like Danny Wolf, bro. Thomas Sorber. I gotta see what some Thomas Sorber look like. Oh, but he is a center from Georgetown. 6'10", 255. People comparing him to Onyeka. Let me see some Thomas Sorber. Let me see some Thomas Sorber.
Sorber, what positioning for two? Oh, rebound number 11, stuff in the stat sheet. Downhill, Epps off the mark. Oh, man.
He moves pretty solidly. Long-armed. Decently mobile. Decent athleticism.
Right, you get to the basket, you throw one down. That feels really good. Right to Peavy. That's a physical take from Peavy, but it rolls off. Sorber. Oh, the no-look pass.
He definitely solid.
The rest of the team just 4 for 17. Max layup no good. Sorber another offensive rebound and a putback. And the crowd responding to Darren DeVries getting fired up on the sideline. Sorber. Mack penetrating for Sorber, and you see the athleticism.
Okay.
9-point lead for West Virginia. Mack kicks it out for Sorber.
He hit threes. He hit threes.
Syracuse. Inside to Sorber, a rim rocker for the Hoyas. And that's not a good shot. That's a tough shot from Elijah Moore. Contested in the mid-range. Two defenders went for the ball. Sorber. Yeah, he's taken a few off the boards now for the Orange. Clapping his hands in the face.
Okay. If he can do some of these things.
And clapped his hands right back at him. And playing both those guys together makes this Syracuse team really versatile, this lineup. Oh, inside Sorber is fouled and finishes. Boy, Thomas Sorber.
And he look mean. He seemed like he got a little mean streak to him. A lot of bigs be soft, I ain't gonna lie. I like Sorber, what I'm seeing so far.
High-level play by Sorber. They're slowly but surely under Ed Cooley. This would be a significant win even if these teams are down. Freeman is smothered by Sorber. Into Sorber. Good catch, good patience. His second basket of the half. Nice job by Sorber riding Lampkin out of the paint and with no help on that backside. Snaps a scoring drought of about 3 minutes. Sorber. Catch and finish. Back-to-back buckets. The lead back to 2. Creighton played.
I definitely can see. Okay, and this is on Kalkbrenner.
Play a little bit of zone. That's a great move down low, Roy.
Might have been a goaltend, but at the same time, this group has to be able to close the gap or at least keep the gap until the starters get back in.
Okay.
You know, you got to give the Hoyas credit. Their half-court defense has been really, no doubt, good.
First half stats and analysis. You had St. John's winning at the buzzer at Providence Friday night.
I'm like what I'm seeing.
Thomas Sorber has a Peavy to Sorber. Thomas Sorber with another silencer. Now it's trimmed to 10. Here's Peavy. Down to Sorber. Tommy boy.
Warriors are doing a lot of run and jump passes, which could lead to turnovers. So they must make an adjustment, keep 2 feet on the ground, and make a solid pass like Mac did right there.
Double team coming over on Mac. Into Sorber.
Right there, and Ellaby was able to capitalize, get the left-hand drive finish.
Working it inside to Sorber again. Georgetown finally comes up with the loose ball.
Okay.
Warriors coming out with the right defensive intensity, the toughness that it's going to take. Let's see if they can build on their lead.
And there's Sorber again, using the left hand.
One of the best in the country, the best of the Big East. But there's that big guy, and he has certainly shown that, particularly over the last 3 games with Fremantle being out.
Sean Miller said they're playing better than they anticipated he would, and that's been a pleasant surprise for them. Sorber spinning.
Bro, he looked good.
That's a 4-point swing. Going to continue to play through it.
Sorber tripped up, finds the angle.
Talents at both ends in the entire country. Look at that. Nice work inside. Beautiful find. Leads to be able to get stops. Loose ball. How about that? You know that.
Okay, I like it. I like what I'm seeing here.
He plays both ends of the floor as well. This is the next part of his game that scouts have been talking about.
Coming away with the steal. PV feeding the wing, and Epps looked a lot better on Monday.
He looked like a good face-up center, bro.
Corey Floyd had a nice game. Providence coming out their bye week, and there's Sorber with the rejection.
Well, Thomas Sorber has really started to turn. That's basically the count for the officials without them having to count.
Sorber wants another triple. He's got it.
Bro,
His specialty.
Curtis Williams.
this shooting is what's selling me in the mid-range. Face up big.
Got his man in the air. That was altered. Sorber on the cleanup.
Now, this is how you start if you're Georgetown.
Oh, they getting killed.
Malik Mack, the Harvard transfer, bounces inside. This is Sorber who goes off the glass. Mulready bounces into Sorber. Faces up, falls away over screen and connects.
Bro, nah, his skill set very intriguing, bro.
They've got to get number 2 going in this game.
Another third scoring option. Jaden Epps not available tonight for.
Yeah, his skill set is very intriguing. Oh, Yeka. 19. Yeah, I let me see what this is here for. $15 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 16% from 3 is crazy. I thought it was gonna be way better than that. Well, yikes. Well, potential shooter. Will Riley, Keyshawn George. I like that comp. Hawks with Noah Pende. Rasheer Fleming, Magic. Taylor Hendricks. Yaxel Lindenborg. Oh no, I don't know about that. Hugo Gonzalez, Brooklyn. Jonathan Kuminga. Say, bro. Hugo Gonzalez, bro. I like Hugo. 20. What they got on 27th? Hugo Gonzalez, 27 of Brooklyn, 6'7", wing. I like Hugo. Okay, let's see. Hugo Gonzalez. Let's watch some Hugo. Transition. It say he scores in transition. Let's see what his athleticism look like. It's solid. I'm trying to see Brooklyn. I don't even know who Brooklyn, who's staying, who's leaving, who's a part of the Brooklyn's actual core. Does anybody know what Brooklyn Nets core is? Athletic. He seems solid. He seems solid. So they got Hugo at 27 to Brooklyn. Who else? They got JT Toppin going to the Celtics. 6'9", 19 years old. Wait, hold on. JT Toppin. Let's look up JT Toppin. So 18, 9, 55 from the field, 33 from 3, pretty much. 6'9", 210. Let me see what some JT Toppin looking like. So I know JT Toppin was on Texas Tech. Let me see what they say first. It's a they compare him to Precious Achua. What's like why y'all compare dudes to Precious Achua? No offense to Precious Achua, but okay, I'm trying to find some. Let's just see some opening week highlights. Yeah, I guess it's cool. 28 pick, 6'9", 225. It's all right. Will Clayton Jr., 22, 6'3". He got a burner. Red Van Vliet. I like Will Clayton. Cam Jones. I like Cam Jones. 6'5", 205. Malik Monk is the comp. Okay. Not bad. Maximum Reynard at 31. Another big center. Like who they got right now? I'm trying to think of bro name. He went to Iowa. I cannot even think of his name. I can't think of his name. But Maxime Reynard. Let me just see if he's. Let me just see how he move real quick. Oh, he seemed like he's a little more mobile than I thought. Renault. I can see it right now. Oh my, okay. Okay, he moves pretty solidly. Oh Lord. Solid. Yeah. I don't hate right now. Okay, and that's about pretty much. Janai Brown being this low is crazy, bro. .6'10" power forward. They can hit the occasional three. Can actually dominate, bro. Like they better stop. I think Janai Brown definitely should be a first round pick, bro. Who is this? Bennett Sturts. Okay, that was the first round. But yeah, that was the first round. I did want to see this before I get off Hoop Piece. Episode 1. I heard about it. I was interested. I said I was gonna watch it on stream. And yeah. I'm pretty sure this is gonna require it's 3 episodes. I might as well watch all 3 before I get up off here. Oh, I get it. This is supposed to be One Piece. I get it.
Hey, Jordan. How do we ever reach your levels of greatness? Show us where you kept the secrets to all your power so we could be like Mike. Tell us where the hoop piece is.
You want the secrets to be like Mike. Find it. All you have to do is put the work in and believe you can attain it. I left all the ingredients to my greatness on an island out there.
Now, much like the show, Jordan's last words are what started what could be known as the Great Hooper Era, an era where many great pirates have emerged and searched for the secret to MJ and his crew's success.
Now, two Yonkos once again had to fight for the ages. Brombeard and Curry, two of the closest pirates to finding Jordan's treasure, had an all-out battle last night that resulted in Curry gaining another ring poneglyph. Now, there's been rumors that there's 6 rings that helps you find Jordan's last island. And with Curry being Brombeard and his crew, he was able to get his 3rd ring. Which means, if the rumors are true, Curry is 3 more rings away from navigating the hoop piece. No, wait.
So, LeBron is Whitebeard. That's funny.
Wait. Curry
and Steph is Shanks. I like that.
I think still out here running these seas. And to my knowledge, none of them have been able to acquire the 6 ring poneglyph. And I hate to say it, but time may be running out for these 2 guys. I mean, they are getting older and older. But this does have me thinking, they've been running the seas for so long, who in the world could even fathom to take their place? Now, that would be a question I'd ask myself if it wasn't for the new young cats terrorizing the seas right now. The worst generation.
The worst generation. An elite group of pirates from a completely new era who've dominated their respected seas. In this world, there's 11 hoopers who have proved to have the potential to be the next Mike D. Jordan and find the hoop piece. And these 11 hoopers all have an estimate of over $100,000 bounty over their head.
Damn, I wish I was more into One Piece. This low key seemed dope. You did this with Naruto, I would have been, you know what I'm saying? Vice Captain of the Bronzebeards.
Now these young pirates, although are strong, are nothing compared to the guys running the seas right now, the Yonkos.
Hey, Jokic being a Yonko low-key hype.
Now in Hoop Piece, the world is divided into 2 major seas, the East Blue and the West Blue. And due to the Great Hooper Era, many prominent hoopers have rose from these 2 seas. Some of the most notable pirate groups in the East Blue contain the Nick Pirates and the Cavalier Pirates. And for the West Blue, pirate groups such as the Bronzebeard Pirates, the Splash Pirates, and the Joker Pirates have all taken turns dominating the West Blue. Now the West and the East Blue Pirates, although they are different, have one common goal, and that's to find the treasure Mike D. Jordan and his crew left behind before dispersing. This pursuit has led to many of the pirate crews to clash and form rivalries for ages. Many notable pirate groups have assembled great squads to gain this treasure, but only 2 active pirates are even close to finding the hoop piece. Now before we move on with this, let me give you a quick history lesson. Now the seas before Brombeard and Curry was reigned by a legendary pirate named Quahog, a pirate who possessed skills that almost paralleled with the great skills of Mike D. Jordan. His power was so immense that it said he killed a total of 81 members from the Raptors Pirates in one night. But despite his skill, he wasn't able to acquire the 6-ring poneglyph due to one of the strongest admirals in marine history, Tim Duncan. Now Tim Duncan is an admiral for the Marines, an organization made by some of the toughest teams in the NBA. Its role is to keep the seas safe from various threats that pirates create, such as unethical hoops. And with Quahog terrorizing the seas, Tim D. Duncan was one of the only admirals strong enough to match Quahog's power and take him down before he reached the 6-ring poneglyph. Now back then, the 3 most powerful Marines were Tim Duncan, Dirk Nowitzki, and Kevin Garnett. These 3 admirals are held to the highest standard in the Marines still to this day, and it's due to the fact that they set the standard for today's Marine admirals.
I like
now, after
this.
Mike B. Jordan's last words, the number of Hooper Pirates increased by thousands yearly, meaning the government didn't have enough firepower to contain them all. So in order to keep the balance, they started hiring other skilled Hoopers to do their dirty work and take out other pirate crews. And these Hoopers are what we call warlords.
I like the warlords. Okay.
Now with all that being set up, welcome to the world of Hoop Piece, a world where hoopers around the world are set to find the treasure Mike D. Jordan left behind. With it being many years since his execution, only a handful of pirates have been able to come close to finding his treasure. But there's one pirate who many are saying have the potential to find it.
No, please don't, bro. Oh,
if
bro.
you want more videos like these, please do me a favor and like, comment, and subscribe.
Bro, why did you have to make Wemby Luffy, bro? Oh my, y'all want me to watch episode 2 and 3? Let me know. Why did y'all, let me read these couple of these comments. Oh my goodness. All the teams you didn't see, like the Celtics and Bucks, are teams I put in the Navy. I'll explain more next episode. Y'all just gotta stay tuned. You say the knowledge of both One Piece and the NBA needed for this is incredible. Found my people. If Wemby is Luffy in this case, my boy CP3 better be Jinbei. The hoop piece is real. This is crazy, bro. Now I'm finna go ahead and watch episode 2, bro.
Previously on Hoop Piece. You want the secrets to be like Mike. Find it. All you have to do is put the work in and believe you can attain it. I left all the ingredients to my greatness on an island out there.
Now looking back at last episode, some comments were pointing out some plot holes that I'm quickly gonna fix and address. I decided, for the sake of everything making sense, to swap James Harden for Joel Embiid as Warlord, and Jaylen Brown for Zion Williamson as Warlord as well. This will all make sense later in the video.
I get it for sure. Bro.
Future king now.
Bro, come on, bro. It might Wemby being Luffy kinda make me feel some type of way. I ain't gonna cap.
Whoops. Victor D. Wemby.
Wemby, you're meant to be a Marine. We're the Spurs. Our culture is ingrained in traditional basketball, and you can't stray away from the way we play.
Just cause I'm a big doesn't mean I have to stay in the post all day. I want to be the king of hoopers, and the only way I could do that is if I do my own thing. Now, like I said last episode, Tim D. Duncan was one of the most powerful admirals in Marine history, and after decades of keeping the Hoop Piece world in fundamental order, him and his soldiers, the Spurs, were the greatest example of what a Marine squad should look like. But that all changed when Wemby came on the scene and took over Tim D. Duncan's squad after they retired. With no intentions of conforming to the fundamental laws of basketball, Wemby set out to form his own crew and start his journey to become the king of hoopers. And his first stop was to find a point guard.
I gotta get out of Sacramento. I won't ever find a ring working with a Marine team. The first ship I find, I'm out of here.
Hey.
Huh? Who's that?
Hey, Fox. Who are you and how do you know my name?
I'm the future king of the hoopers, Victor D. Wemby.
What do you want?
I want you to join my crew. I need a point guard to help me navigate.
Perfect timing.
Now, Wemby and Fox are two players who come from traditional Marine teams. Now, the teams that make up the Marines consist of the Bucks, the Jazz, the Kings, the Wizards, the Hawks, the Trailblazers, the Pistons, the Nets, Rockets, Clippers, and the Celtics. Now, like I said before, the Spurs were originally a part of the Marines until over time, the old members retired. And with being led by a young new captain, Wemby's first order in action as the leader of the Spurs was to relinquish the Marine title and go after the 6 ring poneglyphs. Now, one example of something similar similar to this happening was with Dirk Nowitzki and the Mavericks. The Mavs were originally a pirate group that had one of the most fearsome unethical hoopers at the time in Dirk Nowitzki. With notoriously breaking the fundamental rules of the game by using long-range attacks as a big, he used his notorious power to take down some of the most fearsome pirates. But it wasn't until one day Dirk decided that it was time for him to use his power for the good of basketball that he switched over to the Marines and quickly climbed up the ranks to become an admiral. Now in the area where we have—
Is Dirk an ethical hooper? I feel like that was disrespect, bro. Being from Dallas, maybe I'm biased, but Dirk was one of the most ethical hoopers of all time.
Some of the most dominant hooper pirates we've ever seen, there has to be a force to match their power and keep the balance in the world. The Marines are currently led by 3 admirals: Kawhi Leonard, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Jason Tatum. Each of these guys have played their part in keeping each Yonko from gaining another ring poneglyph. But while they're handling tougher enemies and bigger problems like the Yonkos, there has to be a batch of strong hoopers to contain everything else. And these guys are known as Vice Admirals.
Okay, Vice Admirals. Dang. So Bonus is a Vice Admiral, bro. Okay, yeah, JB Vice Admiral. That ice tray clean. Okay. James Harden Vice Admiral, that makes sense. Bruh.
What?
I mean, I just don't understand. Like, how do you trade Luka? You're Luka Doncic. He's the franchise. How do you trade Luka?
Bro, too soon, bro. Shout out to Matchup Media. This is, bro. I wonder how he did this.
Brian,
welcome to the crew.
Now I don't know what in the world came over the Maverick Pirates by shipping away their captain, for an Asian and delicate vice captain of the Bronbeard Pirates in AD. It's an odd exchange that I just can't seem to wrap my head around. After almost leading his crew to their first ring poneglyph, it seems that the Maverick Pirates lost faith in their captain Luka Doncic, leading them to the hoop piece. Never in my life did I think I would ever see a member of the worst generation be betrayed by his own crew. Now due to this exchange between Luka and AD, the new captain, Kyrie Irving, decided for the safety of the crew and his owner, they seek refuge with the government and become warlords. But to my surprise, that's not the only major change that happened across the seas. The only way the Mavs Pirates were accepted to be warlords is due to the fact that Jimmy Butler relinquished him and his crew of that title to team up with a very powerful Yonko in Shanks Curry. Now some are saying this might give Curry enough help to make his final push for the hoop piece. And as we all know, with Luka joining the Bronbeard Pirates, it also gives Bronbeard another chance to make his final push to the hoop piece as well. Both these Yonkos remain with only 4 ring poneglyphs. The question is, who in the world is gonna get their 5th ring first?
Dang, if NBA was one piece, is that the storyline? Who's getting a 5th first, Bron or Curry? If so, that's kind of depressing.
Hey Dre, what's up? After this move, this may be our final chance to get a ring. Our last stance, huh? Yup. We only have 2 more ring poneglyphs left to find the hoop piece. Hopefully giving up Wiggins to the Heat Pirates for exchange of their hostage.
So getting 6 is the hoop piece.
I've heard a lot about this Jimmy guy. Curry, Draymond, welcome to the crew. Now you do anything such as look at the captain wrong and you're dealing with me.
Wemby apparently disappeared and no one has a trace of where he is.
Someone that strong doesn't just disappear. He has to be somewhere.
Talking about disappearing, where's Kawhi? But anyways, I don't care where Wemby's at or where he's gone to. It just means one less pirate we have to worry about finding a ring monoglyph. After all, we still have a lot to deal with to make sure Bronbeard and Curry don't make it to their 6th ring. No, let me get this straight. You mean to tell me that you watched the whole video and you still haven't followed any of the social media yet? You're missing out on polls, previews, and cool anime and NBA posts. So do me a favor right now and pause the video and follow Matchups Media on TikTok and Instagram.
Okay, okay, this is interesting me. I gotta watch the last one. Don't talk to me. My Netflix show already dropped. Integrate Wemby injury to Luffy disappearance is a move of pure genius, bro. This better than the All-Star game. Bro, please make Stephen A. Smith big news Morgan. That's hilarious. Even Hoopy's world is shocked with the Luka trade. Jason Tatum being the Green Bull of Admirals is fine by me. Absolute cinema. Yup. I ain't gonna say I'm liking this. Last one.
Previously on Hoop Piece.
Our culture is ingrained in traditional basketball, and you can't stray away from the way we play.
Just cause I'm a big doesn't mean I have to stay in the post all day. I want to be the king of hoopers. I gotta get out of Sacramento. I won't ever find a ring working with a Marine team. First ship I find, I'm out of here. Wemby apparently disappeared and no one has a trace of where he is. I don't care where Wemby's at or where he's gone to. It just means one less pirate we have to worry about finding a ring monoglyph.
Bronbeard's backstory, origins of the strongest hooper.
You know, Tim, my time keeping the sea safe is running out. My back problems is making it harder and harder to keep up with the new pirates, now that Jordan revealed that the hoop piece exists. And every year, stronger pirates are starting to take up the seas. Me, Hakeem, and Malone tried our best to end the age of piracy, but ultimately wasn't strong enough to fully stop Jordan's reign over the seas. And I'm afraid a similar problem is soon going to approach you. As the Admiral, I think it's time for me to relinquish my title and pass the torch to you to carry the franchise and protect the world from this potential issue.
Before Bronbeard D. James rose to be renowned as one of the strongest hoopers of all time, he started off as just a boy in a small unknown island in the East Blue named Akron. LeBron's village was a small market village abandoned by the government due to not being able to produce enough money to pay for marine protection, meaning he was born in one of the most toughest environments. With his village suffering from poverty and hunger, Bronbeard, who at the time just went by LeBron, made it his mission to try to provide a better life for his home island. And with being abandoned by the government, the only way he was able to potentially provide for his people was to take on the seas and become a pirate. Now, despite LeBron being from a poor island, his strength, potential, and knowledge of the seas were unmatched by any pirate anyone has ever seen. And through his adolescence, Bron was able to garner up a small crew and raise terror in neighboring islands and build up a name for himself. With conquering almost every small island around him, his name naturally started to spread like wildfire around the world. And with many people hearing about a young LeBron's exploits, many started to deem him as the chosen one, or better yet, the next potential king of pirates. Now, a very known pirate group named the Cavaliers reigned over many territories that Bron had wreaked havoc on. But instead of attacking him, they saw potential in the young LeBron James and asked him to come aboard their ship. Now, unlike many great pirates before him, who were selfish and only valued treasure and success, Bron was different. He didn't just view his crew members as pawns to achieve his goal like others, but he saw the importance of forming bonds and treating his crew members like family. But unfortunately, his crew initially didn't really respect LeBron early on. Some of his crew members started to doubt if he was truly as strong as they've heard, but despite the doubts, Bron was able to lead the Cavaliers to many victories over other pirate crews. And due to this, LeBron's name started to spread more like wildfire across the world, and this wasn't for no reason. With Braun leading his crew through many tough battles, he was eventually able to make his way across the Grand Line. Now the Grand Line is the place where the top Hooper crews go to find a ring poneglyph, or in other words, in this world, the Grand Line is essentially the playoffs. With no one able to contain his immense power, he was able to make his way to the island that held the first ring poneglyph, where he unfortunately met a young powerful admiral in Tim D. Duncan and his Marine squad, the Spurs. And in this battle, Braun was utterly defeated by Tim D. Duncan and his crew in the worst way. Duncan and his Marine squad was able to sink a total of 4 ships from the Cavs fleet while remaining unharmed. With being beaten, LeBron came to a realization. He realized if he ever had hopes of liberating his hometown village and becoming the king of Hoopers, he was going to have to depart from his original crew, the Cavs Pirates, and join a far more stronger crew. And with him already having built a name for himself, it didn't take too long for him to find a crew to accept him in. But the next crew LeBron joined wasn't just any type of crew. It was a crew that currently belonged to another well-known pirate who also came from the East Blue, a pirate who had successfully already led his team to a ring poneglyph, Dwayne Wade. And joining them came another pirate who was also making his name known across the seas with his crew, the Raptors Pirates, and Chris Bosh. This newly formed crew instantly was revered by every pirate crew around the world, and without wasting a lick of time, they started showing how dominant they really were by wreaking havoc across the seas instantly.
Now, a major thing happened across the seas today. 3 captains decided to come together and form some type of cross guild on the seas. Wade, Bosh, and most importantly, LeBron James has decided to team up under the Heat Pirate flag. Now, some are saying that Braun leaving the Cavs Pirates was a complete betrayal to his home island. And I must admit, I kinda have to agree. Braun just looks like that type of guy, you know? And I don't like that type of guy. He's the type of guy that'll go anywhere and do anything for any type of success. The type of guy who confront you in front of a whole crowd about his kid. Now, I don't know where I got that from, but I just have a feeling in my gut that he's just that type of guy. But anyways, this newly formed crew is wasting no time terrorizing the world. Some are even saying that they might be the strongest pirate.
Bro, I can't believe I just went dead, bro. Okay. One of your priest went dead. Okay, now let me make sure everything. Hold on 1 second, bro. Okay, let me see. There we go with that. There we go with that. Okay, we should be good.
Crew ever assembled.
Here we go.
Now, only time can tell how powerful this crew can be. After all, D-Wade already has experience capturing 1 ring poneglyph, so maybe he can help Braun and Bosh finally get one. But who really knows?
With both Braun and Wade already having experience traveling through the Grand Line, it didn't take them too long to find another island that held a ring poneglyph. But once again, staying in their way was a Marine Admiral. But this time, the Admiral guarding the ring poneglyph was a former pirate who turned Marine, Dirk Nowitzki.
We meet once again, Wade.
It's a different day, but it's gonna be the same result, Dirk. You don't have a single person on your crew to stop me and LeBron.
Oh, I have someone for him, all right.
It's hilarious.
Now, like I stated earlier, D-Wade was able to acquire a ring poneglyph earlier in his career, and this was all due to help from a former Yonko and Shaikdo. Now, long before Dirk switched over to the Marines, he was once a pirate who had goals of finding the Hoop Piece as well, and on his way to finding his first ring poneglyph, he met a Heat crew led by Wade and Shaikdo on the island where the first ring poneglyph was. The Mavs Pirates and the Heat Pirates battled for days to acquire possession of the ring, but in the end, Dirk was defeated by an overwhelming upcoming pirate in Wade and an overpowered former Yonko and Shaikdo. This battle left him bitter of pirates and ultimately prompted his decision to switch over to the Marines and become an admiral. But back to the present day, with this not being the first time Dirk and Wade met, Wade felt confident that him, Braun, and Bosh could overpower Dirk and his Maverick squad once again. But little did they know, ever since Dirk lost his first battle, he's been prepping up a better crew and building strength to get revenge on Wade and the Heat Pirates. And with him unleashing his ultimate weapon, Braun once again was faced with a harsh defeat. Angry and tired from defeat, Braun and Wade knew only one thing was going to help them acquire a much needed ring poneglyph, and that was to acquire what every great crew has and needs, a sharpshooter, and they knew exactly where to find one.
Ray.
After freeing Ray Allen from being held captive by the Celtic Marines and recruiting him to their crew, LeBron and Wade once again set their sights on acquiring another ring poneglyph. But as usual, an obstacle would get in their way of achieving this goal. But this time, instead of a Marine standing in their way, it was a young pirate group who've been wreaking havoc on the world. A crew filled with young talent with endless potential, the Thunder Pirates. But this time, the Heat Pirates had been battle tested and had more experience on their ship. And without much resistance, they were able to sink all four of the Thunder's ships while only losing one of theirs. And with the Heat barely clearly imposing their dominance on this upcoming crew, Bron was finally able to attain his first ring poneglyph. But with goals of becoming the future king of hoopers and fully liberating his island back home, he knew that this was only a start to a long journey. So him and the Heat Pirates set their sights on finding the next island that possessed the ring.
LeBron and Wade are finally active again, huh? I know exactly where they're headed.
With traveling the seas for some time, they were finally able to find an island and get their hands on another ring poneglyph. But before they were able to leave the island, LeBron was greeted with a very familiar face, the Marine soldier that ultimately made him leave his first crew.
Bro, Tim Duncan
This time
being
was
an
different than the last time Tim D. Duncan and Bron met. This time Bron had help.
Speed.
Now this battle lasted for days, with each crew showing how formidable they have both become with time and experience. But ultimately, the Heat Pirates were able to overpower Tim Duncan and his Marine squad by sinking all four of their ships. LeBron was able to get his get back on Tim Duncan and collect yet again another ring poneglyph to help him navigate the hoop piece. And with leading his crew to take down the Admiral, LeBron was able to gain the title of an Emperor of the Sea, aka a Yonko. Now as you expected, someone as strong as Tim Duncan, especially with him being an Admiral, wasn't gonna just sit down and let LeBron and the Heat Pirates take over and run the seas. In due time, the Spurs and the Heat Pirates once again clashed at the site of another island that contained a ring poneglyph. But this time, Tim D. Duncan and his Spurs squad were able to put a stop to the Heat Pirates' brief dominance over the seas.
Oh
No.
man, I
Let me
like
get this
this.
straight. You mean to tell me that you watched the whole video?
Okay, this is great, bro. That's fun. Having listen prison real and evident need break of them. David Robinson really fits the admiral, knowing he's truly a Navy and nickname. Okay. Shirley Bosch as a Ruru me know me. Man, this literally a dinosaur. That's funny. Also, great touch with D-Wade basically being a low guy fruit user makes so much sense. This is what YouTube was meant for. Nah, facts. But yeah, I was thinking about wrapping it up. I'll wrap it up here. But man, please, if you like the content, like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna try to be going live more often. Please like, comment, and subscribe. But I am out.